This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
So basically we will record the session. If people they want to join, they can continue it. Otherwise, we'll continue. Okay, we'll go with that like that way. Okay.
Okay, sure, Mujahid.
Uh-huh.
Or else give me just 1 minute. I will call Chaitanya. If I think mostly he will join. Give me a minute. I will call him and I will let you know here.
Okay. 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 No problem.
Yeah, Mujahid is joining now.
Okay. Okay. No problem.
Hey Mujahid, join Mujahid.
Yes. 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 We'll continue now.
Sure.
First of all, let me tell you what we did last time and how we'll try to connect with each other. Okay. So today we will see the concept of Docker, and before going to Docker, I just want to know there are few things which we want to know. Means Python file we will create and that contain Flask, and we will use environment we will create, and based on that environment, how we'll create environment using requirement.txt file. Remember, so requirement.txt file is there. We have this file, and we will run Python code, and which is in plus. So we require for Python pip command, we require Python command, and this commands we require. So this all things we will mention in Docker file only. So it will be good for us, right? So first of all, let me tell you one thing before going into detail about that Docker stuff. We should know about Docker, and see, suppose if we have like this examples I'll take. For that, what we will do basically, we will create a Docker file first before going into detail. So Docker file is basically file in which we Docker understand the instruction, and this instruction, based on that instruction, it will create your all script. Means it will create your image in that container basically. So I'll go with from keyword. From in there I'll write alpine colon latest. So alpine is basically an image in which we have empty Linux with less features. Means only fresh Linux we have, you can say, and the latest one what we are talking about. And then we need to go with run command, run apk command we require, add, and then we will go with no cache, because we want to focus on no cache Python 3. We need to download operating system, means softwares like Python 3 and pip 3. These all softwares we want to install, and then upgrade.
I have a doubt that from Alpine colon latest is something like from that command you are trying to install VM, right? Virtual machine, you are saying?
You can say like virtual machine, but this is in this language we say image. We get it's fresh image. That means we will
Image.
get
Oh,
fresh.
okay.
Okay, and here we'll go with upgrade, and then pip. If there is a new upgradation is there, so upgrade that one also. So these commands I will run it. So this command, after running this command, first it will take operating system, and then execute this my Python directory, means commands. And then after this, what we will go, we'll go with work directory. /app. So by default it will create one folder, work directory as app, and then here we will go with copy all files from where, from current location to this location /share. So this is your host operating system address, and this is your container address, remember. So it will copy from source host to destination, means container side or image side, in Docker image side. So this will copy it, and this will create working directory of this one. And then after this we will do one command, run command will help us to execute run commands, and pip3, and again no cache we will specify with dir, and then install our things what we require. Basically I'll go with the install r requirements. So that means what, I'm trying to install all packages which is available in requirements.txt. So remember, Docker files will take this requirement.txt files from my host machine, not from container, not from images, because container and images, they don't have anything, even they don't have nano software also. So each and everything we need to install there, what we required, I'm trying to install that software. So from this requirements.txt I'm installing the files what we need. Okay, so after this what we will do, now this is another command called expose. What do you mean by expose? I want to expose port number 5003. So that means I want to expose this port to from container to my host machine, so indirectly I can communicate with this software. Okay, and then finally we will go with entry point. What in by entry point? Basically this command will help us to execute the Python. So I'll write here Python version, which one we want, means Python 3 I want, and then I'll go with the cmd. And this Python, remember when we write a Python command we will use Python then file name dot extension dot py, like that we will do. So this is called entry point, remember this is called entry point, and this is called command. So in that command I want to specify the file name. So I'll write my file name, my file dot py, whatever we have file. Okay, so this file should be available in current location. So what I'll do, I created one repository. In that I did all things, and I'll share with you the through in collaboration part also I did there. So basically what we will do, we'll there we have one Docker file. With the help of this Docker file we have these commands, and instead of here we have one line called 01.py / static rendering, something like that. That static rendering, so .py. So this is the file we are trying to execute with this Python 3, and we will check this file directly. Okay, so first of all we will go with one t2 machine, t2 micro instance, and in that we will work on this basically. So I'll use my console, create one server basically, and then I'll order that server with these files. Okay, and meanwhile I'll show you my github also. So from here I'm taking the data, and I'll clone this file into my t2 micro instance. From this repository to t2 micro instance, this is my repository. In that I return all things. See here I written all things. So this is my Docker file. In that Docker file I have all what I talked about. See, this is all I written. So here we have slash, and this slash means it's not completed yet. So this whole thing is in one line, and others is same as what I told you. So here we have our file name. So that file name we need to specify to execute it. So it will execute this file only. So like this we will give instructions. So first of all, in first line what it will do, it will create basically it will create one blank image, alpine image, from which is Linux short image, very less size of image. And the main thing is what, here it will install all softwares what we require, pip to Python 3 or pip3, these all things it will install. And here it will become as a working directory, copy source. That means this all files whatever we have here, this will take this all files and store into app/app folder. So this all files will store into app folder. So we can specify which file we required. So but for better understanding I given you all, so that's why we need to write dot. and here we will write command. So this is basically what we can usually use in normal case. We will not apply this part. But what in by these things, because basically we don't want to make any mistakes, and the best practices was we no need to use a cache part. So if there is a cache, so it will neglect that cache and it will directly again install this requirements.txt, remember. So that means if you specify this type of option, that means it will not take data from cache directly. Same thing here, no cache, it will not take while installing, it will not capture data from cache, because we are going blankly installing all softwares and things from this file. So we don't want any mistakes, so that's why we return this no cache concept. While applying this thing into automated environment, you should use these parameters, these options you need to apply it. Otherwise, maybe if in your cache we have this thing, so it will not able to install, and it will not able to configure what is the error we are getting basically. So what I will do here, I'll create one EC2 instance, and in that I will apply the code. I prefer 16.04. T2 micro is sufficient for us for our operations, whatever we are doing. And then here single instance, and go with the 30. Mm, So all traffic anywhere, that means, okay, all traffic anywhere. Now here I will launch this instance Docker Flask instead of that Mujahid, and then I'll install. Okay, so what we will do, what we will did, basically we create an instance, and now we want to install the Docker. So first of all, what we need to do it basically, first of all, you need to install Docker. Before going to install anything, you need to install Docker. Again, next step is what? Second step is what? Basically, we need to take Git clone part. Why clone? Because this file, this repository, what we have here, this we want to clone it. So same files we will get in our server, T2 micro instance. Files we will get into our T2 micro instance. So based on this only, we can apply it. So all instructions written in this Docker file. So that's why we need to write a git clone we need to perform. And then next step is what? We need to build it. So next step is what? Docker build. We need to perform this operation. After building, you will get it's running, and then we need to go with run command, Docker run command. So this run command will help us to run the Docker from image to container. Remember, it will convert image to container, running container. So that one we will get it, and then based on this we will directly browse and we will consume our application. So browse, we'll go to HTTP and the port number of what we have, public IP address, and then we will do it. Okay, so let me try one by one each step, so it would be good. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, joining Zoom. So here, so we need to install Docker first. We order before this. We require what? Order T2 micro instance. So order Linux server. Okay, we ordered these things. Now it's done, and then now we need to install the EC2 instance. So before going to that, I'll check the IP address. Public IP address we require definitely. Write my name because it's not my account. Maybe that person delete that part. So we has multiple servers we have here, and here we will copy it, and then we will open it into Qt software. Qt software basically, in that we can connect from local machine to directly server. Okay, so this is the Qt software. Here I want to connect with Ubuntu operating system. Username is Ubuntu, By default in Ubuntu username we have, and this IP
Or,
address.
or
And
we'll have EC2 at the rate, right? Instead of Ubuntu.
EC2 at the rate we will use at the time of we have Amazon Linux. If you have Amazon Linux, that time we use EC2.
Or if you are triggering an Ubuntu, then you need to write Ubuntu at the rate. Huh?
Yes. Because this is
Okay.
by default username. So here we are using Ubuntu, so that's why we need to write Ubuntu username. Ubuntu by default
Okay.
username we have. So
Okay,
host
got it.
IP, and then this, and then finally the key we require. So the key I stored in my location like temp AWS, and then here we have mujahid.ppk file. So definitely we require PEM to ppk. We need to do it, and then I'll open this key. Okay. So while opening, it will first time it will ask me one fingerprint. It will take my fingerprint, and I'll say yes, I want. You can give it. So now here I can execute my all Docker commands, which will help me to write Docker related stuff. So first of all, we every system we have some best practices. What is best practices? We need to take the hold in this system because this is coming from cloud, and we need to take the hold. So that's why we use sudo su. And then next step is what?
M
Update repo
update, M update, M install update or
ppt we
something like
use
that.
here package manager. Yes, correct. But this is Ubuntu Debian based, so yum will not work basically. You can install,
Okay.
but by default they have apt. So
Okay,
we
got it.
have one URL curl. I will show you this all script also. Don't worry about that. So there is one curl URL. We need to add the key. So with the help of this key, when I try to execute this, it will able to access my system. Remember. So here, give it to me. Oh, why is this? uh, After I adding this stability key, I need to again update my repo. So what I will do here, update apt update. That's it. So this will update my repo, and then based on this repo, I will do one thing. I will try to add cache part. So for that cache part, I have one file. Uh, this I need to add it, and then finally I need to install community edition of Docker. So this is my I'm installing Docker because I written -y, so it's not asking me anything. Just I want to write the name. So here what I will do after installing this, it will install successfully, and it should start the service. So let me check with the service is started or not. So with this systemctl status, we can find out the Docker services is started or not. So here you can see it's running. If it's running, then you press Q only, and then you can execute other stuff like what we need. We finish our first step, that means this is we did done. This is also we done now. Now we need to go with git clone part. So git clone part, you require URL, remember. So that URL, where we'll get this URL? From here only. So here we have this URL clone, and this is the URL. So just copy this URL and paste it into your terminal. So here before going to this, what I will do, I'll write git clone, and then URL paste. So this will copy this URL, and if I say ls, so I'll get this file. So with this file, I can write this name, and directly inside there you will find out all files what we need. So based on this file only we will perform operations. Which operations we will perform? Next step. So this clone we done successfully. Now next step is what we need to perform here. We did this thing, right? Done. Now next step is what Docker build part. Why we need Docker build part? Because whatever we did till now, it's just we are getting, we install the Docker, we get the files what we need. Instructions files is written in this repository, and now that instruction should be executed using Docker build. So Docker build is a command which will help us to build the Docker image based on instruction written in Docker file. Remember, it should require Docker file where you execute this Docker build command. In that location, you should have Docker file. Remember, this is compulsory here. So because of that reason, we first clone this URL, and then we will try it. So after cloning, we need to go with particular CD space like that. and we need to check here like cls. So here we found this Docker file. So that means this Docker build is eligible to run here. So what we need to do in Docker build, I'll show you. Docker command start with Docker keyword and then sub command. Sub command is build, and then here we need to specify -t. For that t, that means you need to specify the name of your Docker image. So here I need to specify the name. I specify Docker Flask 1. Suppose any name you can specify. So I'm specifying this name, and this name is available basically hub.docker.com. This is basically the repository. Like GitHub, we have repository. In that repository, we will create. So this name we will specify same as in our hub.docker.com. Remember. So this will what it will do. It will create one image. Like here we create. If you know about Python or GitHub, so here we are creating the image, right? Same image we will need to create here. Why? Because that image, whatever you give instruction in this Docker file, it will execute and it will become one image. And in future, we can store this whole image into this repository location. So when you log in this account, you will get this environment. So here you need to go with repositories, and from that repositories you need to create the repositories. So I have created 2 repositories, and then now I'll try with this create repository again. So with the help of this create repository, I'm able to access this repository online. So even you can work on this repository in future further enhancement. So right now we are not going with the enhancement part, but we are going with how we will create the repository and how we will arrange this repository directly. So let me try with this name. What we specified here, we need to write a name for Docker repository name. I written repository name is Docker file Flask 1, and then latest the version name I specify latest, and then from where you need to build the repository. So dot is the source location. So this command should be available when you write this command. Before that, the Docker file should be available. When you write ls, it should be available. Then only this command will work. Remember. So if you specify ls in present working directory, the Docker file should be available. So then only it will execute. So what I will do, I will try to execute this command. And what is this here? This is repository. Remember, in this repository we can keep this data together, and in future we can again download this repo image. Like Alpine we have image, like that also we can perform. So this is like same as Alpine. We are creating our own
It's just
Alpine. How?
it's just creating a new container. Basically, we can say that as a container name, right?
Right. You can say container, but if it is offline, it is called image. And
Yeah,
in
if it
that,
is offline, it
what
is a new.
happens?
Yeah.
Yes. Basically, same container is available here. See, this image is available, but problem is what? With this image, I need some extra tools like Python 3, I need pip 3, I need, and some requirements .txt Flask, I need. These all things I need. Remember, and port should be enabled. So extra layers. So you can say Alpine plus this extra layers I need. So because of that reason, I created another image. So this contain this Docker Flask contain Alpine plus extra feature what we specified here. Getting my point? So Alpine only contain Linux based commands, but our Docker Flask contain Alpine plus this Python 3, pip 3, and requirement.txt, all things whatever we have in this requirement.txt. Getting my point?
Yeah. So let us think like some other time, as part of this Docker file, we installed Linux, we installed VAS, we installed TIPCO, and we installed some other softwares which are required in that particular container. We can take the image at any point of time.
Yes. And we can build it, and after building we can use it and we can run it, and that running part is called image running part is called container.
Mhm.
Okay, let's try to run this example. Before going to run this example, what I will do, I'll check how many images is available. So we can check these images using Docker space images. Docker space images will share you all images, how many you have. So right now I don't have any image because fresh installation I did. Yes, no images. And if you want to check the containers, running containers, so you can do with a Docker space ps. So it will give you all running containers. So I'm not running any container. And if you want all stopped container also, you can check with Docker hyphen ps hyphen a. So a will return all stopped container also. So we don't have any container right now. So what we will do, we'll try to create one Docker hyphen images. And here we don't have any image, so we'll create one image with this example. So before that we need to check here ls and Docker file should be available. So now I'm executing this command. So what it will do, basically it will create image. Like here can create Docker Flask 1. So it should be public or private, you can specify. And you can in future you can do some continuation integration part also, we can do it auto build trigger also if possible. So I connected with GitHub, but I'm not using that, but we can do it in GitHub also. So the images what we are doing basically coming from this location only. So let me try with this build. And after building this, what happen, it will build the image, it will take the instruction from us, and it will install whatever we talk from Docker file. So see, it is installing what we need. So this all install will none packages entry point, these all things it done, successfully done. How we see from requirement.txt, it found on line number 5 it's a dangerous package. They want to install Jinja, they want to install, so they install all things for us. Now our task is what, based on this we can find out again with Docker hyphen images space images. So it will give you images to you install. So remember, first we our base image is this one, Alpine. From Alpine I created image called Docker Flask 1, remember. So this Docker Flask 1 basically will come and it is in local format. Now what I need to do with this image, what I will do, I will go inside that image and I'll check what is inside there. So here remember, I don't have, see, I don't have Python, right? So that means this is my host operating system. Now, but what I need to go with client operating, means guest operating system using Docker command. So you can check, remember, you can check if it is successfully built, you can run the command hyphen t and then it and then entry point entry point and then equal to the where it should execute the command. So I want bash slash sh shell script I want, and shell prompt I need, and the Docker Flask 1 I given the name this one. So what in by these things, it will open my shell prompt and it will open this container directly. So I want to run this container image into container using this command. So this command will help me to go inside. And now if you see here ls, you will find out all files what we have in guest operating host operating system. Getting my point? So here we have host operating system files also, like Docker file, or I did copy dot, remember, you remember this line, in that we return from app folder, you just copy all things and paste it into app folder. So it's copied, and here you can check with this ls command, all files is coming automatically. This is in within a Docker container, remember. So now I can exit. So this is my normal operating system, means host operating system. And that's what is this, this is our Linux container based image. Okay,
Hey,
now let me,
Mujahid, did you record the session?
yes, I recorded this whole session.
Okay, yeah.
So where is that record, let me check again. Yes, I recorded, it's recording. So let me try with this is normal thing, but what I need, I want to do something more than this, because I don't want to just see what is inside that prompt. I want to run the command. So I'll do one thing, through run command It should be in here in this location. I'll do docker space run -it because I want to start to run, and then daemon I want to start as a daemon, and the port number I want, and here I want to specify port number as output port number. Remember there are two port number. One is docker port number, another is host port number. So here this is host port number 80, host port number, and this is 5003 is my docker port number. So what did these things? With this 80 port number, I can access anyone can access my container directly with this port number. Remember, and this is your expose means your container port number. Remember here we return expose 5003. So with this help, we can write like this command, and then we will write docker flask one. So when we run this command, it will run this container and it will generate one ID that is called container ID. How we can get this thing? By writing this, you will get one ID. See here I'm getting the ID. With this ID you can find out docker space ps, so container is running. Now I can play with this container, you also, because I written 0.0.0. So you guys also help me, means try to play with this. How you need to go with this IP address, public IP address, and here you need to select this IP address, and I'm sharing this IP address to you also. Just go to chat, and here my IP address. So you just try this IP address in your browser and check this whether it is working or not, because I written 80, so no need to specify this 80 and then directly enter. It should work. See, it's working. Your end, it's working. Ashok, Chaitanya.
Hey, okay. Yeah,
I am
check,
hitting Mujahid.
checking. Yeah.
Yes. So that means the container is working fine. Why I return 80? Remember, because I want to connect with without any port number. So that's why default HTTP port number is 80. So that's why I return 80. If you want, you can specify another port number also. So first of all, you need to stop this container. How you will stop? Using the ID. You can specify complete ID. Remember this ID, or if you don't know complete ID, at least the some digits, like from here you will get this digits also is suitable to open stop the container. So if I try here, consider now container ID. So I'll write here docker stop and then container ID. I'll specify my container ID. This is also suitable. Now if I try, check your end whether it is working or not, because I stop my container. So
Yeah,
hope
it's
you
not
will not,
working. Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not.
working, right?
Yeah.
So again, if I want to start, write docker run -it and then -d -p and then your port number. So I can specify any port number like 82 colon. This number should be 5003. Why? Because we expose only 5003. And then docker image name, docker flask one. So this one, it will create again repository. Now you, if you want to access, you need to, instead of 80 you need to specify 82. So colon 82 will work right now. Try with this. Getting?
Yes, getting it, Mujahid.
uh, so
Mujahid,
with
I
this
have a
help,
doubt. Like normally we expose the port as 5003, right? So we need to click like IP address colon 5003, right, in order to access that particular image. Why we just giving IP and then we are getting it? You're getting my point?
because by default in the rule of HTTP is what, if you want to specify port number, browser will understand only 80 port number, default port number. If you
Oh,
have 80 port number, then no need to specify this colon and 80. So if you see any browser, so you can directly use with this IP address, it will work. But when you don't have this 80 port number, so you need to specify port number basically. Okay, so because of that reason, and even you can stop with this version also. See here, docker stop and then complete id. Before I was trying with the simple for 10 digit id. Now I'm trying with this whole digit id, complete id. Now you should not able to access my server. Why? Because I stopped that container service. So container is stopped. So if you want to check docker ps, it's not available. And if you want how many stops containers I have, -a, in this time we stop and started container. So these containers we have. Now what I want to change something inside that container. How we will do these things? We using the here we need to go with this command file, and suppose I'm trying to go with nano 01. I want to change this h1, some message I want to change in this. Suppose the developer they did some changes. Now we want to deploy it. So h1, instead of h1 I return h2 and execute and save it. Okay, now what I did, I changed one h1 to h2. Now same thing I want again, docker hyphen space build and then hyphen t. Okay, then latest docker flask one latest latest and then dot. Why dot? Because from this dot it will take and it will execute all things. So remember, this time it will not take more, because alpine is already available. It will directly execute and we'll get directly output. Now this is ready to build. Now we want to start docker run hyphen it hyphen space docker flask one, and then our, sorry, not docker flask one, it. We'll go with yes, we'll try with first we'll try with a terminal, then we will go to run the container. Okay, so hyphen it we will write here, and then entry point we will go with inside that terminal, entry point equal to /bin/sh, and then a repository name means the flask. In our side docker flask one we have. Okay, so this will open your terminal, and here you can see ls. You will see the updated one. How we will find out this is updated? Using cat and then command name. So you will find out h2 you are getting here right now. See, h2, and because of this 5003 we need to write a 5003. Remember, so it's updated. That means the container is updated now, ready to move to running mode. So how we'll run? Docker run and then hyphen it hyphen d daemon, make a daemon and start with hyphen p and the port number. So I can specify any port number. Default is 80, so I'll write 80, and it should be 5003. Why? Because here I return 5003. Remember, expose with 5003, and then image name. So my image name is docker flask 1. So I started. Now this is the unique number. Now you can check in your system with this number. Let me know it's working or not. What you are getting, h1 or h2?
H2.
Getting? That's great.
Yes.
So like this we have these options. Now we updated, we did all things what we required, and we understand all concept. Okay, any doubt, any question if you have, you can ask me. Later we can go it. Okay, and in remember, this course is not finished yet. Means I finish all things, but in future also if you need anything from me, let me know. I'll definitely help you. It's like real time. If you have, if you're stuck in some scenario, I'll definitely help you. I'm going to start with one another course. If you are interested, I'll share with you. I'm going with machine learning architect part, which is very interesting and very good for us. Why? Because remember, I'm focusing on number one cloud computing leader, that is AWS. One thing, and another thing is what I will cover here: ECS, EKS, and Fargate also, and containerization, Kubernetes, Docker, and also I'll cover machine learning stuff, which is related to completely industry level, not theoretical, not mathematical. Remember, I'll not give you any mathematical thing, but I will show you how to design machine learning projects, because nowadays people they are moving from dumb system to intelligent system. Remember, so we should move ready for this challenge and intelligent system. For that reason, I'm focusing on machine learning architect part, because in architecture very good salary we have. If we are going with machine learning architecture, we will getting more salary. So I'm trying to focus on this right now. I'm interested in this. If you are interested, you can join it. Otherwise, it's up to you. But the main thing is what? Remember, always for you, welcome. You can ask me any help and anything if you need, you can tell me. Okay.
Sure, Mujahid. Mujahid, and one small doubt. For
Haha.
Docker, is it necessary to be expert in Python, or it is not at all required?
Not at all required, but at least one application you should know, means basic of port number and enable part. Like for Python and Docker, you require only the line app dot run, and in that host, at least you should know this one 0.0.0.0 and the port number equal to 5006. This one, what we are talking. So this line, if
In the
you know,
Python
you
programming,
can
right?
do. That's it, not more than that.
And
Okay.
also, I have a small doubt. Like in this particular Docker file, right? Let us think like as because like you have worked before that, you will simply write that app Alpine latest from Alpine latest and all like that. How we'll know like different image names and where to get it from in the Docker file? And also like okay, let us think like there is some combination where we need to download images and all. Is there any place where we can get that
Yes,
information?
yes.
Example
That's why I,
Docker files.
yes, good question. And that's why I introduce you here one thing, hub.docker.com. Here you should create one account, and in this account you will get all repositories and images. Like Alpine, how I know this Alpine is good for me? I should
Mhm.
search here. Like in repository in GitHub, we will search here which repositories become famous. So here I'll search it. But same thing for Docker images, we can search here hub.docker, which will help you to find out the best image and what it contains and what they already installed that image. If all things you will get from here, this location. You can try on your side. My system is
Okay,
giving
okay,
me.
yeah.
So you need to create account this in this location, and you need
Mhm.
to search on explore part. And here you
Okay,
will find out all images, verified image and operating system. So even if you want Oracle Enterprise within a second, so you just use this image. Suppose if I want Oracle Java, so you'll just click here and you will get your Oracle Java installed image with operating system. So this all things you will get here. And how you will can proceed this, it is based on paid, remember. So this is proceed to checkout. After getting this, you will get one name. So like in our case, I'll show you what I did. I create one image here. If you container image, yes, CE. We need to focus on CE. So here I'll search most popular, and here I can find out all images. Like if I want a Mac operating system, I'll go here and I can open it directly as a container. So Mac operating system also coming here. Get Docker. So from here we will get the Docker file. It's ready to download. See, DMG format. It's ready. So all things is available here, and if you want, you can take my images also, or else you can search images what you require. Like if you want Alpine, what are the latest version, what is inside that Alpine image, you can get it from here only. So this is my repositories list. That means all repositories I available. I'm sharing with others also. It's public, so you can get the name of that image from here. Remember. So this is my username and this is your image name, and the tag name is the latest one or version 1, version 2, like that we will specify. So this is your image name, and you can search any image. Suppose if you want image related to MySQL, you'll write here MySQL or LAMP. What image you want, you just type here, you will get the image directly. So this is the location where you will find out all type of images. So you should try with this things. It's very interesting, MySQL or anything. You can try here and you will get that type of images here directly.
okay. And also, one more question is, let us think like if we
Download
wanted,
100.
Yeah, yeah. If you wanted this particular Docker Flask 1 image as a master, and it has to be deployed in different slaves, like different DCs, basically, like some SWDC and GTDC, and deploy in 5 containers in one, and another 5 containers in another, basically, totally like 10 containers, 5 each in two separate different locations, that can be achieved using Kubernetes, or how it
Yeah,
is?
yes. It is in Kubernetes only will achieve, because Kubernetes is the concept like Cloudera director. It's like Cloudera director in data Hadoop environment, and in that what we will do, we will manage this type of containers through Kubernetes only. So the advanced version is EKS. We have EKS, e- El- Elastic Cloud Kubernetes Services. So which will help
EKS,
us
right?
to EKS, AWS EKS.
EKS, yeah, got it.
So that one is advanced one, and with the help of Kubernetes you can do it. But for beginners, I'll suggest you to go with Kubernetes first. Then only we'll focus on EKS, because EKS is completely cloud based, and Kubernetes can integrate multiple environment. Remember, so if you have suppose multiple environment, that means what? If you are working with suppose Oracle machine, Oracle environment, and you want to communicate with SAP. So you can do one container for Oracle, one container for SAP, and both container can be managed through Kubernetes. Through Kubernetes, you can maintain this all containers. So this is also possible. So with Kubernetes, you can communicate with Hadoop, with Oracle, with SAP, with Spark, or with anything. So all things together we can do with Kubernetes only. K8 we say in short. So this is the possible with only Kubernetes. So it's very interesting topics, and I'm going to start with this machine learning architecture with this all topics I'll cover there basically. If you are interested, let me know. I'll share you all things, each and everything in detail, because there we don't have more code. We have only orchestration part. So this Kubernetes is basically what it will do. K8 will focus on orchestration. In orchestration, we have different tools. In orchestration we have different tools, but this is orchestration for what? Container based orchestration. Remember, container based orchestration. It will only focus on containers, and how we will manage containers, and how we'll manage the securities, and how we'll manage the capacity and load balancer. Each and everything will do through K8 only, and security and planning and the load balancing and the workflow, and how we'll stress the part, and each and everything will manage through Kate. So it is nowadays it is possible to communicate with Oracle and Hadoop. Communicate using Kubernetes only. It is possible. How? You need to make this thing as a container. This is also you need to make as a container, Docker container, and then you can manage through Kubernetes only. So this is only possible nowadays. Before it is not. It was not possible. So that's why we need to migrate. Now we no need to migrate. Without migration, we can directly work on it. So this is possible right now, and this is all completely container orchestration part. Remember, and orchestration we will learn many things, and lots of things we'll get it. And without project, we cannot understand this container orchestration. And first of all, we'll learn the core concept here. In this, we will learn the core concept, and all machine learning project we will deploy into different environment like Python, Java, and .NET, and we will communicate with each other through Kubernetes. So my session in that I will cover this all things. Means instead of Oracle and SAP, I will focus on machine learning projects, and I'll integrate with each other and communicate with each other through Kubernetes only. Okay, makes sense, Chaitanya?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see it, and if you need any help anytime, let me know. Personally, you can ping me, and you have my number. It's my permanent. Since 20 years, I use same number. You can ask
Sure.
me anytime any question. If my number is not working, you just message me through WhatsApp. Okay, guys?
Okay. Yeah.
Any help you need, and let me know. I'm ready for help. Okay?
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for your contribution in that, and thank you for our journey. We'll meet next time. Okay. If you
Sure.
Thanks,
Thanks a
Mujahid.
lot, Mujahid. Really, everything helps a lot actually. But my why is you are working like a freelancer? You are not working to any specific company.
I was working before in Apertura. Right now, I'm
Uh-huh.
working with freelance part in Swiss Technology. It's very good, and it's New York-based company. And here I'm working as a machine learning architect. So, here I'm focusing on and architect part. So I'm designing the complete blueprint. I'll share you one some of them, but please don't share with others. I think I shared you, right? Already I shared with you, right, guys? Before
Yes, yes, yes.
that part I did basically. That part I am doing. So I work with this organization right now.
Oh, okay, okay.
And very good. And recently they hire General Electricals projects. G. General Electricals projects. They are square this projects, and they are working with General Electricals also. So all
Oh,
things
okay.
I did. So here I'm working with Kubernetes and Dockers and machine learning algorithms and deployment part and the load, because in machine learning we have huge amount of data, and we are working with machine learning, big data, new data, and IoT data means new data means IoT data, and also we work with Spark, Kafka, and Cassandra. This all stuff, and we will deploy with the whole thing, and we create one complete blueprint using architecture. So like cloud formation and AI ops, we are working on it basically. Artificial intelligence operations, AI ops, algorithmic intelligence operation. So here, after getting the idea about DevOps and SysOps, you should move it to Cloud Ops, and then after Cloud Ops, you should have one field called AI ops. So I'm working in this area basically. This is my domain expertise.
Super,
Okay.
super. Okay, anyways, thanks a lot, Mujahid. All the best to you also.
Thank you also, guys, and happy to help you. Anytime you remember, the course is finished, but still, if you need anything in any subject, you let me know. I have more than 17 programming plus years of experience, 17 languages I know. Not in human language. I'm talking about computer language. National level national level first prize in computer programming, and also our DevOps or administration part. Then I work with sysops, and then I move it to the my cloud of environment, and then I move it to the solution architecture, and then I move with machine learning and deep learning, TensorFlow. These all things I am interested, because I don't have a single friend. I'm working only this area, and my friend is only these technologies basically. So this is my area, and recently I make one thing called AICC, which is basically artificial intelligence call center. We create one call center which is completely without human. So we are replacing human with machine. So I'm doing like that only. So recently in that we use telecloud, telecommunication cloud, not small cloud, telecommunication cloud we tried here. So native cloud, telecloud, and server clouds. These three clouds are both basically. So this is with completely NLU part, natural language understanding part. So here one project, and recently with video analytics also I try analytics, which is completely interesting part. And in these people, they are working on image processing, and the image processing people is called teachers. Remember, this is only for teacher. For video analytics means it is completely professional. So here you will face a lot of challenges, especially how you will process the video processing part, and which type of servers you will take, and how you will going to manage the load, and which algorithms you will try, and how you will get good accuracy. And analytics parts means how you will perform some queries like prediction and stuff. So all things I did here with video analytics stuff. So all part I did. So basically these two projects recently I did, AI call centers and video analytics. So here we have voice bot, not chatbot. But chatbot for students, for me it's voice bot. Whitebot completely communicate with WhatsApp and other also like Telegram and other, and Instagram, like this it works. Facebook, this all area it works basically. So it will will
Voice bots means
communicate, and even it
voice bots means like Siri in Apple and Google in
yes, yes,
Android.
Alexa, and that part also we can integrate with this. So
Uh,
directly I can talk with them, and directly they will understand, and they understand my things, and I'll based on my requirement it will improve. So it is automatically understanding, or we use semantic learning part. In that, it will automatically understand the language and understand the pronunciation of from my side, and understand my thoughts, what I'm thinking, in which area I'm thinking, like YouTube recommendation part, recommendation engine also in that we have. So from that we will it will automatically understand. In future it will give me like that only. Suppose I am very interested with machine learning, so it will always give me related to machine learning news. So like that we will implement in that ACC, AICC. So this is the things we have, and if you need in these all domains, let me know. I'm ready to help you. Even if it is new things which is not in my curriculum, I'll definitely help you, because I have dynamic mind and I can work with any technology and anywhere I can work in this environment. Okay, guys.
okay, sure, Mujahid. Excellent, Mujahid. Appreciated a lot. Really happy to meet you. Seriously.
Hmm. Uh, Thank you. Uh, because I'm interested to help others also. So since I have 20 years of my experience, because when I'm doing my education in 12th standard, I started in whatever I learn, I try to share this thing. So because of that reason, I have 17 plus computer languages. Because when I'm sharing, I'm getting more stuff. Means when I'm trying to help others, like Chaitanya has some problem in tipco, suppose if I don't know, I'm trying it, maybe I'll not succeed, but at least 10% I'll get that idea. So based on that, I improve my knowledge, and I also try to help others also. So if you need anything, any help in future also, let me know. Okay, guys.
Sure, Mujahid. Sure.
Don't shy. Directly ask me. Even 10 years also, if you spend, directly ask me. Don't worry. Okay.
Sure,
And
Mujahid.
guys,
Sure.
if you come to India, please meet me. We'll meet.
Sure, I'll do that. Sure.
Good, Mujahid.
It's our
Mm.
pleasure to meet you. Seriously.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank
Mujahid.
you, Mujahid. Yeah. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.